everyone. My name is Laura Ellett. I am currently serving my second term as trustee on the Grand Tower Township Board of Trustees. Let me ask you all a question. How many of you have ever disagreed with a decision your local government officials have made? All of you. Okay. Now, how many of you have ever wanted to make your voice heard but didn't know how to run for election? Some of you. Okay. In recent years, our local government officials have mostly ran uncontested. There have even been wards without a valid candidate. Today, I am going to walk you through the steps you need to take to have your name added to the ballot for your town's municipal election. I am going to tell you what you need to know about age and residency requirements, how to obtain valid signatures for your petitions, what forms you need to file, and where you need to file. First, in order to qualify to be a candidate, you must have never been convicted of a felony. You must also be 18 years of age, be a United States citizen, and be a registered voter. In addition, you must have lived in the ward that you are seeking candidacy in for at least 1 year. After establishing that you are eligible to run for office, you will be required to obtain signatures from residents in your ward. The number of signatures required is dependent upon the number of registered voters in your ward. 5% of the population in that ward is required. If you will refer to page 1 in your handout, this is an example of what the petitions you will need to circulate will look like. In the first paragraph, you will write that you live in the city of Grand Tower in the county of Jackson. In the next blanks, you will fill in the election you are running for, whether it be the general election, the primary election, and so forth, and the date that your election will be held on. You will need to be sure in the boxes to fill in your legal name, the office you are running for, such as Alderman Ward 2 or Township Trustee, and your legal address. If you have changed your name due to marriage or for other reasons, you will need to fill it in the next area, along with the date your name was changed. When obtaining signatures on the signature lines, be sure all information is filled in for each person. Using repeating quotation marks to indicate that you also live in, say, Jackson County or Grand Tower is highly discouraged. Though you are allowed to accept signatures in pencil, dark ink is preferred. Voters may not sign petitions for both Republican and Democratic candidates. However, anyone may sign a petition for an independent candidate. You will be allowed to begin obtaining signatures no more than 90 days prior to the last filing day. The filing dates will be listed on the State Board of Elections website, or you can inquire at your local county courthouse. The last section of this petition should be filled out and signed in front of a notary public. In addition to the petitions, if you will refer to page 2 in your handout, you will need to file what is called a statement of candidacy. The name, the address, and the office, and the city must be filled out identically to how you filled out your petitions. Again, you will list any name changes during the last 3 years and the date of the name change. The last half of the statement for candidacy needs to be filled out with your accurate information and signed again in front of a notary public. The third form in your handout is called the loyalty oath. This form is optional. By signing this form, you are basically indicating that you will not advocate to overthrow your government. If you choose to sign the loyalty oath, you will need to do so in front of a notary public and file these along with your petition and your statement of candidacy. The last item in your handout is called the Statement of Economic Interest. This is basically how you will disclose any financial or personal interests that may conflict. At the top of this page, you will need to write your legal name, the office you are running for, and your legal address. You will answer any questions pertaining to you. If none of the questions pertain to you, simply write not applicable or an N/A. Sign the form at the bottom of the back page. Make sure you fill out the bottom part of this page because this will be returned to you as your receipt. All of the forms I have just told you about must be filed at your local county courthouse. The filing dates will vary and can be found on the State Board of Elections website or by asking at your local courthouse. Now that I have explained to you how to ensure that you meet the age and residency requirements, how to obtain ballot signatures, what documents you need to file, you should be able to successfully file for candidacy. How many of you think that you are better informed of how to run for office? Thank you. Let me leave you with a final thought. If you don't like how things are going in your community, stand up, be heard, be consistent, and be fair. Many people have their own ideas about how local government should be run. However, few actually act on them. Thank you all for your time.